am Noopura. I'm from Bangalore. I'm a social worker by profession. I have completed my PhD in social work from Christ University. I work as an adoption social worker under a special adoption agency here in Bangalore, licensed under CARA. So my main work is into looking at the legalities of adoption, as well as I also help rehabilitate unwed mothers, single mothers who are adults and who are also minors who come to us under POXO. So being a social worker, I have been invited to be an external member on several IC committees. And during my study, my research was also on sexual harassment at workplace. And I looked at sexual harassment of garment workers, because we have about 5 lakh garment workers working just in Bangalore across different export garment factories. Looking at my background, I was very sure about how to deal with women's issues and the social context and the sociological perspective of different issues women need to face at the workplace. But as a member of the IC, I was not very sure as to how to handle the legal process. So therefore, I needed to have a solid knowledge on the legality of being on the IC committee, especially as an external member, because you are expected to know how a IC functions, and how do you give a notice, how do you conduct an inquiry process, which I was not very confident about, though I had just bare knowledge of the law. So I was looking for a course that would prepare me, to be a hands-on external person on the IC. And I found this, and I read excellent reviews about it. And I also read it was part of the NUJS before, and I also met some trainers who had done this course, and they gave me very good reviews. And they also told me that it's no more with NUJS, and you could contact LawSikho, because they are hosting the course now. The syllabus remains the same, but you would get a lot of help and support from their side. And that's how I took up this course. I'm very happy at the way I have been taught different aspects of the law. In fact, each provision has been dissected into fragments and taught to us so that we can understand the essence of it, the minute essence of it. So, and the best part is you also give us tools as to how it could be used practically, and which will help us do things as an IC committee member hands-on. It's been extremely helpful. I also conduct training sessions. Recently, I conducted 2 training sessions for a school for the teaching staff, and they had several questions with regard to the with regard to how an IC operates and what are the rights of the staff and how they can approach the IC, who are the members on the IC, and I could answer most of them because I was very confident as the course had prepared me for it. And also as an external member, I'm more confident now, as to be able to take up cases and do justice. I'm extremely grateful to LawSikho for giving me an opportunity as a student to learn, to explore, and also promising to continue this relationship with each one of the students and help them when they are practically on the committee and working through the cases. I can only say that I've grown as a from a perspective of a committee member and even as a professional after taking up the course. Thank you. I think this course is for anybody who wants to be on an IC committee, and especially social workers, because many of the social workers who are working in the NGOs, and especially with, who are proficient in working around women's issues, are called to be members on the IC. And I think each one of them should take up this course if they have to prepare themselves of how to legally handle each case. And I think it just provides tools which you could use, which is very handy. Yeah, I think the course also, it's made so simple, especially for a person like me who's not from a legal background, who's not a lawyer by profession, and who still has to implement the law. So it has been made very simple, very easy, and the trainers who are such experts don't find it difficult at all to come down to our level and explain the most simplest of simple things, which we may find very complicated, or something which we are not aware about. And both Abhyuday and Isha have been so supportive, and whenever we have posted questions on WhatsApp, they've answered, and they've always replied, and they've always taken time to explain things. And I think they're extremely patient during the class, and they're so well versed that you just ask them anything and they have an answer for it.